Hey, Moop! How's your nap, little fella? You missed some excitement today, that's for sure. We got the hell knocked out of us a little bit, but we managed to take down our first stink boar. After that, we made our way to a giant watering hole, and we saw a bunch of them. When all of a sudden, a giant frog squid thing popped out and started beating the holy hell out of them. Worked out real good. We then met back with Clan Bratha and chatted with the leader, Bratha Zenith. They didn't seem to like us very much. I don't know why, we're dope. However, we were given the heads up on a coven of witches in the Southlands. Sounds like a good place to take a look for Themis if you ask me. We also talked about change. A lot. Like, enough for me to realize how weird the word change is. No, like really, say it a little bit. Change. Change. Language is weird.
Welcome back to the Jester's Court. My name is Casey Reardon. I am your Dungeon Master, and joining me today, as always, we have Rachel Kordell.
Oh no, Artemis, Alwyn, Kroft, and we're staying alive, staying alive. Thank you.
You're welcome. Beautiful. Thank you. Well, come on. Chop, chop.
I don't know if anymore that's
Andrew Frost.
Copyright.
Hey, I play Leo, the one who's really not allowed to talk to, like, important people in positions of power, because, man, he's just so obnoxious.
Okay.
We have Sky Swanson.
Serving up some street food this week with some stink boar empanadas and lizard skewers.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not offensive here at all.
No.
And of course we have Jonas Tintenseher.
Snøfrid of Åsbrush went through some changes.
I'm so happy I wasn't alone.
Yes, sync that audio up.
No.
Oh boy. Speaking of change, we are in the midst of the Bratha clan camp. You have just left the tent of their leaders, only one of which you got the name of, whose name was Bratha Zenith. And the second one has just kind of silently appeared behind you after you have left the tent, arms crossed, towering over pretty much everybody but Snøfrid. He looks down at you all and says, "Traveling directly to the hag's den is suicide, you know."
Okay.
Oh,
That's what they said about just coming here in general, and we're still alive.
That's also true.
I mean, yeah, he's got a point.
Where should we go instead, kind sir?
I mean, do you know where the den is?
I do. We've had hunting parties go out there several times before, and each one has not come back.
Would you believe that we've fought a hag before?
Not in a coven, you haven't.
It went great.
Okay. Well,
Not only are they more powerful together, but they have Ronir Celatriel grazing the outside of their nest in order to protect them from Nelithral. They also have spies and brutes for miles outside of their territory. They'll see you coming and end your story even before you arrive.
well, to be fair, I think they're expecting us, aren't they? Didn't they tell us to come?
Yeah, they did.
They didn't tell us, they just said that they were waiting for us, but that could just...
Yeah, so...
That doesn't necessarily mean they want to see us. I think that could very
It could
well
also mean that they're like, come here, but they don't expect us to come tomorrow, you know? You're like to your buddy, like, hey, we should hang out. And then your buddy shows up the next day and you're like, what the hell?
I haven't cleaned the house.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's
I meant
that's
like,
fair.
yeah, you know.
So what should we...
What
should we
is
do
your
instead?
name, by the way? We did not catch it. I am Renaud Duquesne de la Martu.
You can call me Bratha Chul.
Bratha Chul.
There is a way to avoid their detection, at least for a brief time.
Ah, and that is?
The Ash here in the Waste has been here since the cataclysm. On our hunts, we've noticed that it has gained certain properties in different areas. It's taboo for our people to use, but you should if you wish. I believe the ash to the west may be able to aid you.
Do you think you could give a, general synopsis on what the different types of ash do? The one to the west, does it just make us undetectable by scrying? Is there a more specific description? I apologize for being so...
Slowly shakes his head. As I said, it is taboo for our people to use. We only know of it as being able to hide detection. There's a pool of quick ash there that glows with a blue light. It will allow you to disappear from the sight of their minions and perhaps even them.
Well, thank you for that advice. It's very helpful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Incredibly insightful.
Can I roll insight on him?
Sure.
Because I think
That's fair.
Jonas thinks he's probably cool, but Snøfrid is thinking about what Ronald said and how these guys clearly don't like us. So now Snøfrid's wondering if it's like a murder ash.
That's fair.
Yeah.
7.
That might be murder ash.
You just cannot get a read on him at all.
That still tracks for Snøfrid.
Similar to how Bratha Zenith was acting inside the tent, he is mostly expressionless.
Could I roll as well as the one who's been cautious of all of these people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I have a +0 to this, and that was a 20. That's a natural 20, baby. That feels good.
So I'm going to say that maybe inside the tent, you got a little bit of a sense of what his opinions on the hags were just from the conversation you were having with Bratha Zenith. He does not appreciate their presence here. He had made mention of them kind of encroaching on ancestral lands and wants them gone, leading you to believe that he would not lead you into a trap if your goal is to get rid of them.
Rad.
Gotcha. Is there anything besides this ash that might be benefit to know or use?
I should not even be telling you of this one. I will not give you the positions of any others.
Oh,
Well,
I wasn't necessarily talking about ash, just in like general insight.
like shortcuts to getting there or less terrible ways to get there.
The Ashland Wastes is a dangerous place. It always has been. If you continue to move forward, you will not gain the ire of its inhabitants. Continue to move.
Okay.
Yeah, sound advice. Thank
And
you.
while movement is nice and we do plan to continue to move, how about maybe we stay for a little bit, rest up? I am very tired. And he spits up a little bit more blood.
Yes, actually, well, I didn't imagine we were leaving just the second. Is there a place for us to rest for the night?
Oh,
And is that okay with you?
No.
Do you have like a guest bungalow or something, like a little...
I would like to go and camp out in the wastes, please.
Oh, but we haven't even tried their food
We
yet.
have an Airbnb, but it costs 10,000 gold a night.
That's a lot of money. What?
Where
Why?
do you have the money?
It's because you keep interrupting me and it's mine.
You pause a lot when you talk. It's confusing. But anywho, I wasn't done. I was pregnant pausing.
I mean, no offense.
We've been camping out in the wastes for days.
I just don't know if I'm comfortable resting in the wastelands when there is
Murder?
literal cannibals and worm things.
Okay, but we have been resting in the wastelands for the past several days, and we are more protected now because we have cloaks.
Have we been here for...
It's been more than a day, yeah.
It has been more than a day? Okay, then in that case, then that's fine. Sorry, time, weird.
Look, I vote that we stay the night here where we are very safe.
We're not safe here. We should go.
I think we're very safe here.
Ronald, who are you?
I got a good feeling about these guys.
Who are you?
I got a natural 20. I feel good about these guys.
You feel good about
Scuttles away.
this
He was a
guy. You
lizard.
don't feel good about all of them.
All right, fine. No, yeah, you're right. Ronald doesn't trust them. I just wanted to try one of their lizard churros. I heard they're delicious.
We can get the churro on the way out. I just think if we stay here, then leader Bratha Zenith might change their mind.
That's fair.
Okay, then.
We should go.
I go and poke my head into several tents asking if they have churros.
No. I understand where you come
get
from.
a lot of pots and pans thrown at you. One guy stabs you in the spleen, and you
Lose a
take...
shoe.
Worth it?
Yeah,
All worth
you
it.
lose a shoe, and
Another
get
one?
no empanadas. No empanadas. And no shoe.
I asked
Damn.
for churros, not empanadas. Of course they don't have empanadas.
No, your real life empanadas are gone.
Well, you don't get churros either.
So there definitely weren't churros.
Ugh.
In that case, they only have empanadas.
Ow.
I just imagine there's some weird loosened buckle like lemonade stand in the corner. Like it made it all the way out
Oh
here.
my god. That would be incredible.
Care for some goblin piss?
Yes, the unsecured
All we
lock.
have is real piss. Genuine piss for
Fresh
you.
off the teat.
It's a goblin who's selling it.
Absolutely. No, there is no loosened buckle here.
Oh,
One day.
one day, you know?
You'd be surprised.
So we leave?
Yes, please.
Yeah, are they that kind of thing where you can purchase a franchise and then you're sort of the manager of it, the Lucen
You'd
Buckle?
have to talk to Lucy Buckle.
Dang it.
Yeah, we're a little late for that
I was
one.
going to say, that might be a real business opportunity. Set up a Lucen Buckle in the Ashland Wastes.
You send a pigeon.
Yeah,
Maybe.
okay. We send a pigeon. That'll get past the wall.
Or the gorge or whatever it is. Yeah. Okay, so we leave.
I think a pigeon can fly
Wait.
over a gorge.
That's
Hold on,
true.
before
Again, we have
go.
established there's magic that prevents travel outside.
Magic doesn't affect pigeons in your world.
That's not at all true.
Snøfrid knows the deep lore on pigeons.
Everybody knows it's squirrels that magic doesn't affect. Come on, guys.
Ah, crap.
Yeah, because pigeons
no.
aren't real, because they're a bird, and birds aren't real.
And I brought all these pigeons to the Ashland Wastes. Dang
So we
it.
leave. So we leave.
I release a bunch of pigeons into the Ashland Wastes. They quickly become an invasive species.
Yeah. All
They
of
were in
them die.
Shakespeare. Sorry. Shut up.
Okay. So I guess we're long resting in the wastes.
joke. That was a deep
Yeah.
cut.
How far do we want to be away from this, encampment?
I mean, let's just go south for the rest of the day and then bed down when it's
Okay.
night. Or not southwest.
We have to go west to get the ash. Do we know exactly where we're going?
West.
Yeah, we'll say
till we
that
find
he gave
glowy
you more
ash.
precise directions.
Okay, cool. That's okay.
West and a bit south.
West and south. Southwest.
No, a
Sounds
bit
good.
south, not southwest.
Turn left at the pile of sand.
I turned left, a pile of sand.
Which is weird because everything's ash, so it's very easy to see.
Right. That's yeah. I know.
It's a
Pretty
good
self-explanatory.
landmark.
West by southwest. I have the stars. The stars tell me where I'm going.
Uh-huh. Anyway.
Me anyway.
We need to follow that star shaped like a hag. That'll lead us there.
Who put that there?
A star that looks like a big lizard on a big metal lizard.
Guys.
The weird thing is, it's not a constellation that looks like a hag, it's just a star that looks like a
star.
hag.
It's
One
a
lone
really
star.
bright star shaped like a lizard on a lizard.
Has a warty nose and
Oh my
a hump.
Okay.
So you take your long rest,
Thank goodness.
and you wake up the next morning and
I'm
continue
preparing
heading
spells. Give me a
west.
sec.
Sure. You can do that off mic, it's fine.
No, I just need a minute because every time we take a rest, I always forget to do my spells, and then we're like in the middle of the day. I'm like, my spells. And it's like I can't just do it there, right? Because then it's like, I'm aware what the situation is. Unless you would allow me to do
That's
that.
how preparing
Absolutely
spells works.
not.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the reason that system is built that way.
I know. That's why I need a minute.
I'd really like to know what's going to happen. That way then I can prepare my spells.
Yeah, just a
Should
little.
have
Oh, it would
played
be
a
great.
clairvoyance wizard, whatever they're called. Divination.
Divination.
That's the word.
Divination. Because I have a bunch of spells that I just don't use, and I'm like, all right.
Those are the ones that are going to be useful today.
Oh God, no!
Casey has
Don't
purposely
look at my
prepared.
spell list. Don't look at it.
We
You're
can't.
looking. Don't look. I don't know. Don't look at me.
So you wake up the next morning, well rested. Those of you who were exhausted from the ash kind of coating your lungs, or maybe feeling a little bit better after taking that little nap, and start heading further into the Ashland Wastes to the west. You continue on for a while. You pass even more kind of those barren forests of those trees that don't have any bark or leaves. And just at a passing glance, you can tell that these trees just don't have enough nourishment in the soil here to really grow or thrive at all. And eventually, you make your way towards what seems to be a glowing blue light amidst the ash. There is a small pool of quick ash that is swirling around in an almost hypnotic circle. And as you get closer, Renaud, you actually feel a strange connection to this pool.
What? No.
Almost like it was an old friend.
What? Yeah, Renaud approaches the pool. Is the color of the pool the same color as my echo?
It is.
God damn it. Renaud approaches forward, kind of like staring at it. He's completely walking ahead of his companions if they stop at all and not really listening to them. And tentatively, he summons his echo next to him, not in the pool, neither of them touching the pool.
It almost feels like you don't need to summon it. It almost like wants to come out of you and appear. And as you summon it, it just kind of stares into the pool and starts reaching a hand out towards it.
I, almost mirroring it, reach out as well.
Hey, Renaud?
Actually, exactly mirroring my echo, not really thinking in the moment. And we both touch the pool.
Anybody else doing anything?
Renaud, I feel like we should plan for this more.
Wait, Renaud, hold on. Maybe we shouldn't go touching things just yet.
I think it's too late.
Okay. Renaud, you touch the pool and disappear.
Oh!
You and your echo both disappear in a puff of that light blue glowing smoke.
Why do all the short people in my life leave me?
I definitely want some like anime reaction where y'all go Renaud and like run close to like be like, oh no, he's gone.
Well, you can do that.
Do we trip into him because he's still there?
He's not there.
He's not there. Ooh, what happened? Where did he go?
Buddy?
Renaud?
Hello?
What does everybody do?
That's what I was doing, calling to him.
Be bewildered. Why does this keep happening?
I'm gonna start ritually casting Detect Magic.
Okay. You sit there for 10 minutes. What's everybody else doing in that 10 minutes?
Oh my gosh. God.
I guess I'll just poke the quick ash with, like, my baton, I guess?
You poke it with your baton and you disappear.
Okay, never mind. I close up my code sphere, and I hold my hand out to Artemis.
I take your hand and touch it.
Wait, before you touch it.
What?
I reach up and I pluck a hair from one of my braids, and I hand it to you. And I say, in case we get separated, hold on to this.
Oh, sure.
Okay, now you can touch it.
You grab the hair from Snøfrid and both reach down to the pool, and you both disappear. And we're just looking at this empty expanse of waste with just this soft blue light glowing from the pool. And then we end up somewhere else. There's Renaud. You were the first one to touch the pool.
Yeah.
And as you did, you got this flash of bright white light in your eyes, and you're blinking to try and readjust to this extreme light. And as you open your eyes again and they kind of start readjusting to your surroundings, you are no longer in the Ashland Wastes. You look around to what seems to be an endless expanse of nothing, glowing in a soft blue light.
Oh.
And as you're looking around, eventually you see Leo show up, pointing his baton at the ground. And Leo, you see this expanse, and then Snøfrid and Artemis, you appear in this same area.
Oh, we're okay.
What happened?
I believe we all died. This is it. This is the afterlife. Nah, I'm just messing with you. I don't know what happened, to be honest. I felt a weird connection with it. Snøfrid, I apologize for moving like that. I couldn't help myself.
Well, you know what? I appreciate that, Ronald, but
yes.
It's okay. We're here together.
Yeah, and where's here?
Leo, you feel an itch on the back of your neck as you say that and spin around, and you see that there is a figure behind you. And they are wearing this long white robe buttoned in the front with long blonde hair and thin glasses atop of her nose. She glows in the same kind of faint blue light as everything else here. And as you all kind of look closer at her, it almost seems like there are other figures standing with her, all occupying the same space and overlapping with one another. She starts to speak, and as she does so, there's this overlapping of many voices within her own. You seek the power of those who came before you. Tell us why you seek our power.
I hate to be rude, but I'm not exactly sure what said power is.
He can grant you the ability to disappear from sight. Tell us why you wish to have it.
We're trying to get our friend back, and it'll make things a lot less, dying worthy.
I see. A noble cause saving one's friends. However, before we grant you our power, let us tell you the cost. Because in granting you the vision of sight, you would consume us, we who have come before, our souls, lost and embedded within your own. Although this seems to not be foreign to your group. And then she looks towards Ronald, and several of, there's this almost after effect thing of all of the different forms that are occupying that same space slowly turning towards Ronald.
What? Why are they all looking at me?
You have bonded with one of us.
No, I haven't. I have never met you before in my entire life.
Ronald, come on, do the thing.
Do what thing?
As you say that, he doesn't even have to summon the echo. The echo just appears next to him. It doesn't even seem to, stem from him, although here there is a faint blue line connecting you to your echo, Ronald.
He's still looking at me. He's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Jesus, you cannot do that to me.
Your echo is just looking at this figure in front of you all. This one has lost itself. It does not remember who it was. He has bonded to you. He has left us. We recall a name, Finley. And the echo just kind of nods slowly, almost recollecting who it was, but not quite.
Does that name mean anything to me?
No.
Look, I don't know its name. I don't know where it came from, but it's only ever caused me trouble. So if you can get rid of it, that would be great. You can have it back. I don't want it.
He left of his own free will. He left because he believed that we were not doing enough. He is bonded to you.
Well, how do I unbond him then?
It would have to be mutual between the two of you. Although he seems adamant about staying.
I look to Finley now, and I'm like, what do you want from me? Why did you bond with me? You've caused me nothing but pain in my life.
It just kind of looks to you with this kind of blank stare.
As always.
The amalgamation of spirits say, once bonded, he cannot remember. That is what would happen to us should you take our power.
So the rest of them would also get an echo like I've had.
No, Finley broke from the group. Finley lost all sense because he did not have the rest of us. We would have some semblance, a goal, a cause. We would not linger.
Can I, again, turn back to Finley, and I'm just like, why did you bond with me? Say something, anything, for once in your miserable spirit of a life.
And he just kind of looks at you. It looks like he is opening his mouth, almost trying to speak, but the words just don't come out. Not in the sense that he's trying to talk, but no sound comes out, but as if he just cannot think of the words.
Once again, you are nothing but a blight on my life. He turns back to the other people. What do you need us to do? I am tired of these weird games, and I am tired of this one following me around. If we do this, will you leave me? He turns back to Finley.
Finley looks at you and looks back to the rest of them, all again in one space, all one being almost. And he nods.
Fine. What do we need to do?
You have given us a noble cause to save your friend. We will bond with you if you find that acceptable. However, unlike Finley, we will not do harm. And as such, neither will you while you use our power. And they kind of reach out a hand, and as they do, it kind of splits off into 4 ghostly hands that are directed at each one of you.
What exactly is your power? Is it just invisibility? Is it...
We will prevent you from being seen, yes.
Okay.
But you also said that it...
I'm hesitating because I'm
Yeah.
like, what is the reason that they didn't want to use this, you know?
You said earlier that it would consume them or something
Yes.
like that?
Yeah, they said it's that. Yeah.
I mean, is that what you want? I mean, this is a little morally iffy
Yeah.
in my eyes.
We have had much time to think since Finley's leaving. We believe that this is a noble cause to help one's friends. It will be good to move on.
Okay. So can we defend ourselves while we're bonded with you, or is it just like nothing that could hurt anything at all?
We will not allow any violence while bonded. However, we will allow a release.
And then, but that's it. You don't come back after that.
We won't come back for you, and we won't come back for anyone else at this pool.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Bond away. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
We appreciate your sacrifice. We will do our best to use it to good effect and help our friend. Thank you very much.
They all kind of nod, all in like almost a wave as they are kind of keeping up with one another. And then there's Jerry, who's just way too slow and just doesn't get the hint right away. But you all reach out to shake the hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, to shake them. Okay. Yeah.
That's good. I think Leo's hesitant at first because I don't know, just something about it's just rubbing him the wrong way. But I guess after seeing Snøfrid and Artemis do it, he'll hop in.
You reach out and you can feel something kind of entering in through your fingertips and running up along your forearm to your shoulder, and then it centers itself in your core, and you feel this almost pulsing. And Ronald, you've kind of felt this before, but it's stronger now. And you all look to one another and you don't see yourselves. You see these ghostly blue figures standing in the place of yourselves.
Oh.
Freaky.
Okay. How do we leave?
Yeah, did we go back to where we were, or are we still in
there's this kind of flash of light again, and you're kind of blinking your eyes to try and readjust, and you find yourselves back in the pool, no longer glowing that soft blue. Instead, it is just dark and murky like the rest of the Quick Ash. Mechanically, I'm going to jump into this a little bit because there is a little bit of mechanics to go along with this. So, while you are bonded to these spirits, you are essentially invisible to anything that you come across. It works almost like a second level invisibility, except that there is no time limit so long as you do no harm.
Whoa.
The caveat to that is that your soul is entwined with the soul of the spirit, meaning that it is going to be possibly harder for you to defend yourselves, attack, or do anything of that nature so long as you are bonded to them. If you would like to, which I doubt is going to be the case, but I will let you know that there is this option, you can go against your deal and try and hold on to the spirit while doing harm.
Oh.
This will maintain your invisibility. However, you need to make a charisma saving throw in order to hold on to the spirit, and will be taking necrotic damage as the spirit is basically starting to try and rip free of you, ripping your own spirit along with it.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit more dramatic than I originally thought.
So there is the possibility that you could, maintain an invisibility forever if you really wanted to. But you might die in the process.
Yeah. No kidding. All right, well.
Anyone else feel like they did a bad thing?
No, I don't really know what our plan is. I do think Bratha Chul was right when he said going to their den is a bad idea. We did okay against Themis without the dragon, but if she has other hags with her, they probably can do some kind of like Power Rangers team-up move.
I get a Megazord? Oh,
yeah,
man.
do you think they'll form a Voltron or something like that?
Yeah, well, the Clockwork Dragon is the head, and then there's like a Clockwork Gorilla, and the Clockwork Phoenix, and the Clockwork Snail.
Okay, but, like, I mean, we've made this agreement, so we should be using it.
Yeah, no, I don't think this was a bad idea. I just don't really know what it gets us, except closer. But once we get closer, like, that's what I'm saying, is I don't know what to do there.
Well, eventually, they said we could do a release. So just to get us there and then, bid them adieu.
But how do we fight 3 hags?
So right now, our goal is to just get Hesk. Perhaps we just need to kind of just try and get him out. Once we have him out, we can reassess and try and form a more, solid plan for actually dealing with them.
I don't mean to dissuade any of you from going off and rescuing your friend right away, but are we really ready? A bunch of cows bodied us.
Yeah,
are we...
No, that's a good point.
Are we ready for a coven of hags who have otherworldly power?
Yeah, I thought if it was just Themis, then we would handle, with the dragon. But, like, I don't know...
I agree.
What about,
I forget what the other hag's name, but she did tell us.
What about going to check out one of those dots? Don't they have a technology or something like that? Maybe there's something there, maybe a weapon or something that we can use?
No, that's where Themis is.
Oh, okay. I thought there was 2.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, right, there's 2 dots. So, never mind. Yes, there are 2 dots. Yeah, good job, Renaud.
Hey, Renaud was paying attention.
But one of the dots is in Gralo, which is that cannibal factory.
And there's the cannibals.
Well, I feel like, face a bunch of cannibals, face a bunch of hags, I feel like one of those will be an easier time.
I just feel like we've accepted this deal. Like, that would have been something to address before accepting this? It's
Well,
not like
we're
we can just like,
invisible.
pause. Like, one moment, we'll just like hang out, and then we'll,
Idea, we just need to get in there and look around. It's not like a bunch of cannibals will be able to detect us with magic, whereas hags might have a way of detecting us. Aren't we? We're invisible, aren't we?
Pretty much, right? And are we?
Yeah.
Because they said that we don't need to defend ourselves, right? Like.
No. They said we can't. We may
can't,
need to.
Oh.
We
Okay,
can block and stuff. We just can't fight back.
We can't deal harm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no way they're going to be able to see us. So why don't we sneak into the factory?
Cannibal heist.
Cannibal heist. Cannibal heist. Cannibal heist. Cannibal heist.
Okay, you got me with cannibal heist. I feel a little bit better now.
Cannibal heist.
Yeah, okay, so we need this invisibility to get to the hag's den. So we can't get into any fights in the cannibal factory town.
What if for the rest of the campaign we never fight anyone and we just live out the rest of our days invisible?
Oh,
I would love that.
Yeah. Sounds like some weird curse, like, one of those old stories they tell children. And then he spent the rest of his days invisible,
The last time I was invisible, I died.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually died, not like the kind that Leo always says he died when he just took a nap for a few seconds.
Wow, that's a little harsh.
Let's not remind us about that. That was sad.
Leo experiences the small death every day when he goes to sleep. The little death.
Isn't that
You cannibals. No.
We head south toward Grallo.
So you are making your way southeast down towards Grallo, which is kind of on your way towards the black dot where you think Themis is probably hiding.
That's what I was thinking. It's just there, road trip, quick pit stop in the cannibal heist.
And as you travel, you do still see, maybe on occasion you see more of the stink boars, and they pay you no mind. You pass by more cannibals out in the dunes, and they don't seem to notice you at all. It almost seems like you aren't even there, and it might feel a little bit disturbing if you couldn't see one another in these kind of ghostly visages. And eventually you make your way to Grallo. Now, Grallo is a large factory with very high wire fences surrounding it. They seem to be boarded up with metal sheeting so you can't see within it. And there's barbed wire at the top of these fences as well. It looks like it would be pretty difficult to get into climbing-wise. There does seem to be a gate as you are walking around the perimeter of this building. However, that also seems to be closed and locked at the moment.
Okay.
I mean,
Ghost, is breaking a lock considered an act of violence?
You don't get a response.
I could. It's going to be a hard climb, but I might be able to finagle it.
Do you not have thieves' tools? Could you not pick the lock?
Once again, all these assumptions about me, like breaking into things
Aren't you
and
a little
sneaking
criminal?
around.
You got little thieving hands.
Ouch! But yes, I do have thieves' tools.
I would like to pick the lock.
All right, Snøfrid is going to attempt to pick the lock.
Oh my god. 8.
Snøfrid, you break your lockpicks.
On an 8, not even a natural 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. They've gone under so much stress at this point from failing over and over again that...
Well, I fixed them. I cast mending.
Great.
Try again.
I mean,
Actually,
you want me to give it a go?
You said it's like invisibility. Invisibility does end when you cast spells.
Yeah, can we cast any spells, or just we can't deal damage?
You can try.
No. I mean, did you cast mending? Did that happen?
If I don't understand what the limit is, I'm not going to cast mending. It's not worth it at that point.
I know. I understand that.
We'll see when I have to cast shield.
All right, I'll try to pick it. That'll just be a sleight of hand, I guess.
Yeah.
14.
With a 14, you're working the lock for a little while, but you don't really feel that much pressure overall being completely hidden from sight. And eventually, the lock clicks open, although it takes a decent amount of time.
All right.
That's fine.
We're in, but is the coast clear? It's going to be kind of suspicious to have a locked door just randomly swing open.
Look at the window.
There's not a window. It is a boarded up gate.
My bad.
We open it and make a bunch of wind noises as we do.
Man, such a gust.
If only Artemis was a wind druid.
Darn. Well, I don't know if I can
There's
even
no wind
use
in
magic,
space.
so...
Well, I'm part air Janot. See, there we go.
There is solar wind, though. That's what causes the comet tails. That was from last episode, though.
Oh, callback.
It's true.
We go inside.
Okay. You start pulling
invisible.
open the gate, and there is this kind of creaking noise coming from it, as if it hasn't been opened in a little while.
Okay, cool.
It's like one of those situations where you pull on it, it keeps getting louder.
Like a noise-canceling headphone, I basically make the opposite noise to the creaking door at the same time to cancel out that sound.
Make me a wisdom check with disadvantage.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be -3 to both of these. That's a 12 and a 9. So a 9. Mm-hmm.
You make more noise.
Okay, cool.
Oh, no.
You open the gate, and basically you open it to see the kind of the yard of this complex, basically. You can see that there is a large building with smokestacks off in the center of this complex overall. There are a couple of like smaller houses that are situated, probably about 10 of them overall. And then you see that there are several other smaller kind of factories. The biggest one, like I said, being in the center with that massive smokestack. You can see that there are a few people actually walking around the area. They seem to be going about normal day-to-day things, carrying boxes of equipment, chatting with one another. They don't seem like they are hungry for flesh, but this could just be how they act around each other. You don't know their community.
Okay, cool. I won't judge them by their culture. Renald takes the lead and we go in carefully.
Okay.
Carefully avoiding everyone, we head for the central structure.
So you head towards the central structure here. Like I said, it is the largest building within this area, massive smokestack kind of poking out the, let's say, the back left of the building. There is a large set of double doors in the center of the building that you're kind of walking towards, and they are currently open, making it a lot easier for you to enter. And as you do so, you see a factory floor, not dissimilar to the one that you encountered with Arvoidus. There is machinery off to the side that seems to be kind of pushed out of the way to make room for this large table, several chairs surrounding it. You can see that there are a couple people standing around there talking, and they seem to be planning something. As you get closer, you can catch brief glimpses of their conversation. You can focus in onto it if you want, but it seems like they're talking about expeditions out into the wastes.
Okay. Just general trips I guess I'll listen in a little bit more. Is there anything of like actual interest that they're describing?
You listen into the conversation a little bit more, and you hear, well, I tell you, we need to make more trips out into the waste. We're running lower on supplies. Perhaps we can talk to those wandering lizard folk again. Maybe they'll give us a little bit more food. Show us a little bit of pity. No. They just tolerate us. They don't want anything to do with us whatsoever. They're not going to help us. They'd sooner throw us to the rest of the scrap outside here in the wastes. Well, I think that it would be very good for us to maybe go out hunting. Maybe we could learn a thing or two from these lizard folk about their hunting methods, yeah? It could be good for us overall. We could maybe learn to avoid the big worm if we learned a little bit from them. And as they're kind of talking, all of a sudden, you just hear this super loud as the entire ground just shakes and rattles outward.
What?
And they just keep talking, not really paying it any mind.
What?
Let's go investigate that sound, maybe.
Yes, like I said, we should just should consider just maybe learning their methods a little bit. I'm still very curious why they wear those cloaks that smell like the Dickens. You know, it's
okay.
not.
As we walk by, it's almost as if I can smell them still.
I was wondering, does our smell come? Like, we're pretty protected from any sense, yeah? Or is the smell?
They don't seem to notice you.
Okay, cool.
That's good.
That's good.
All right.
So then I want to go investigate what that sound is. I kind of like make eyes at everyone and I like nod in the direction that it came from.
It basically came from underneath you.
You were underneath, so I just nod down then, like.
I also nod down.
Is there any pathway that seems to be leading underground?
So in this room, you can see the equipment kind of pushed off to the side of the room. You see the table where these people are kind of chatting, and you see that there are 3 different doors leading out of the room, excluding the one that you came in.
Cool.
There's one to the north. We'll say one to make it easy. One to the north, one to the west, one to the east. You came in from the south.
Which one is the noisiest?
You go up and kind of listen into each of the doors. You can hear people, maybe a few more people chatting behind the one to the east. To the north, you don't really hear much of anything. Maybe you hear, I think one of you has really good passive perception, so you hear like the scratching of quill on paper, and then the other one you hear absolutely nothing.
These guys are surprisingly sophisticated for a bunch of cannibals.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, yeah, good on
They
them.
even quills?
What's behind quill door?
So you open the door?
A little bit. Poke my eyeball inside of it.
You crack the door open a little bit, and you can see that there is this older tiefling, hair graying, probably about shoulder length, with this red skin. They are kind of currently hunched over a table, writing on some parchment. There's a candle on the desk that's kind of illuminating them from below, kind of lighting up their face a little bit, but mostly just providing more shadow in the deep wrinkles of their face. Elsewhere in the room, you can see that there is some office supplies and things of that nature. Leo, you probably would recognize this as relatively standard in a lot of different scrapping jobs that you've done. A lot of these old tech buildings have offices of some sort. This is not uncommon. You typically wouldn't find much tech in here, but you might find information on where good tech would be in here.
Okay, I'll fill in the party on that. So, I mean, keep an eye out for blueprints, that sort of thing. Supply lists, usually you'll find in here.
There's nobody around that seems to be talking about hags or anything to that nature. Are they, like, just from listening around, there's no acknowledgement of their presence?
I think in that conversation that you were listening to in the main room here, you might have heard something along the lines of, well, we can't go to the south anymore. Things of that nature.
Gotcha.
Knowing, or I guess where you are now, it's we can't go to the east anymore, because knowing that's kind of where the hags have kind of set up. They don't explicitly make mention of the hags, but you know that they are aware of that presence at least.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess this is a little bit of out of character, but I guess, like, what exactly are we here for? Are we trying to...
Any sort of advantage.
Loot.
Basically. Yeah, we're purely here for loot.
And a level up.
And a level up.
And level
Yeah,
up.
we're
Yeah,
searching for
okay.
that good level up somewhere
Sick
in this
level
building.
8.
Something that could help us out. I was
I'm mainly looking for an automatic weapon.
Yeah.
Just looking for an
Guns would be
Uzi.
good.
Yeah.
I think finding whatever that large noise was is...
The thumper is appealing.
Yeah, that's Leo's number one.
Yeah, can we go downstairs? Is there a staircase?
Yeah, I want. Can I take 10 to figure out how to get below ground?
I mean, you'd have to open the other doors. There does not seem to be any staircase.
Okay. Going clockwise, we open the next door that we can.
Yeah.
Or
So you open, the one that had the scribbling, that was the door to the north. If you're going counterclockwise, you could go to the one to the west, or do you want to go clockwise to the east?
West.
West.
West rhymes with best.
West.
Is this building similar enough to the underwater building that we could get an idea of the layout, or is it just it's a
Not
factory,
similar enough.
nothing?
It's a factory.
Okay. It's not like a prefab type thing.
No.
Okay.
So you go over to the one to the west. That's where you heard maybe a little bit more chatter coming from that direction. You kind of crack that door open a little bit, and you see another relatively large room. Here there seems to be a lot of different crates and boxes of supplies of some sort. Most of them are currently closed, and you can see that there are groups of people who are currently kind of carrying them about, moving them around.
I'd like to peer into one of these boxes.
Okay. Make me
I'm sure I'll enjoy what I
stealth
find.
check.
Okay. 18.
So with an 18, you crack open one of the boxes and you find that it has kind of raw metal in it.
Oh, not what I expected. Okay. Just like scrap, basically?
Some of it's scrap, but...
Or is it like melted down
it's
bars of metal?
It's ore. It's not melted down.
Ore.
Oh.
Whoa, that's weird.
Okay. They're mining.
Okay. Why are they mining?
I mean, the only thing I can think is, like, building an obelisk. But, like, I mean, this...
Maybe there's something to look for.
Yeah. All right. We go to that last door. We check inside it.
Okay. You go over to the last door, and this one appears to be some sort of hallway that leads further into the building. There are a couple of branching doorways, and the hallway bends back up to the north. There are a couple of other rooms here. Some of them are also filled with crates. Poking into some of them, you see like maybe some of that ore has been maybe a little bit more refined, and it's here. You find other rooms that have more like food supply type things in them. And then you go to some other rooms that seem to be like bunkhouses of sorts. Going all the way to the end of the hallway,
There we go.
you find another door. This one a little bit heavier, made of metal, that is blocking your path. There seems to be a box to the side of the door that needs some sort of combination to open it.
Like a passcode kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
This is something that you've dealt with before back in the cave that you found the scarab bots.
Okay. So I guess we explained to Renaud.
Oh, wow.
We need to find a password.
Okay.
Are the symbols numbers? Are they letters? Are they shapes?
It's a number keypad with letters underneath.
Oh, I enter in the frog code.
Ooh.
Could you imagine?
I break it. I'm so upset. I smash the frog on the log.
Try.
Oh my god, we don't need to
Where
be...
does PYNE correlate?
That'd be
It
great.
opens.
I mean, our best bet is finding some kind of administrative office. Maybe there's something there.
Wait, so you said that it was like numbers with letters underneath? Is it like a
Like one ABC.
like a cell phone?
Yeah.
Oh, so okay, cool.
Like an old cell phone.
keypad.
Like a cell phone.
And how
Yeah.
long of a code can you enter in?
Yeah, how many characters?
Let me count, because I...
It's got to be less than one IWTP.
It is 7 characters.
7
Okay.
characters.
Okay,
All right,
I put
let's
in
play Hangman.
I put in WGGLTON.
Wiggleton?
Wiggleton is always the answer.
Wiggleton.
What?
Hmm.
No, let's go look through these other rooms.
I try Finley.
Oh yeah, we need to wait. No, hold on. We gotta leave. We can't.
Yeah.
We can't be in here. We gotta go back. We gotta get a stench cow cloak for Moop.
Oh yeah, we do gotta get one
shut
from
up.
Moop.
Moop is in my cloak.
Wait, can Moop
gosh.
go? Moop is an octopus. Can they squeeze under the door and open it from the other side?
Is Moop ghostly?
Yes.
Sure hope so.
Moop has also been inhabited by one of these spirits. It doesn't look like there is a gap big enough for Moop's beak to fit through.
Oh.
Damn.
Can I try and I mean, we can just go and look for clues elsewhere, but just one more thing. Can I try and hack the door?
Yeah, absolutely.
With my technology skills?
Oh dang! Hack the door. Hack the door.
24.
Hack the
24.
door.
There it is. There it is, Jonas.
Finally.
Much better than the last time we were dealing with one of these.
So, Snøfrid, you kind of pop the panel open and take a look at the wiring. It is extremely similar to the wiring back at the cave where the cores have been stored at this point.
Oh, just like in the simulations.
You cut a few wires and the light goes green and the door opens. And as it does so, it opens up into a deep shaft where you can hear the grinding of metal coming up as an elevator makes its way to the top.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. All right. We get in the elevator.
Inside the elevator, there is just a lever that goes either forward or back. It is currently in the forward position.
Forward or back?
I push it forward.
You break it, and you can no longer make your way down into the mines.
I have messed up. We can no longer progress on this quest.
Ah, come on. Oh, got a little early
Just reload the
save.
save.
Quest failed.
Quest failed.
All right, I guess going down.
We pull the lever back and head down.
Pull the lever back?
You pull the lever back, and it is kind of screeching metal against metal as the elevator slowly starts grinding its way deeper and deeper into the mines. And that is where we will end the session.
Oh.
I mean,
So
that
what's
logically
the-
makes sense to end there, but I don't want to.
Was the rattling like dynamite or something? Is that what that was?
We'll
No, it's
find
just not a
out.
nice
Oh,
elevator.
could be.
Or it's a big, or they got a worm. They got a worm
big
and
boom?
it's digging.
It's like a drilling machine or a thumper. Like they're mining.
They're fracking. Oh my
no.
god.
You
Hate
frack
them.
a desert?
Hate them even more. I don't think you can frack a desert.
Well, does anyone have anything they'd like to plug?
Check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Majora's Rose, or my personal socials at Rachel Kordell for more of me.
Because you're breaking up shale, right? And to get the layers of the oil.
Go check out Go check out Blue Hundreds over on GoFundMe. We're still trying to raise money to get that made, and even just sharing the link would be helpful. So thank you.
And that's part of the reason it's so bad, because it creates so much like byproduct and whatnot.
If you go to tintenseher.itch.io, you can check out my new RPG, Dungeons and Desert Fracking, featuring 16
I would
additional
play that.
hours of audio commentary from Sky. Just thinking about fracking.
Look, I'll talk about fracking all day long. You know, it's been a.
Sky loves fracking.
I love it. As an
A+ stamp on approval.
environmentalist, I love fracking.
You heard it
They
first.
should.
You heard it.
They should
here first.
leave a review about
Environmental
fracking.
approved.
You know what else I frack and love?
Yeah.
The way that they draw oil from the earth through fracking. It's a really interesting process there. You know, they just like draw it up from the
Leave us a
earth with
review.
these sort
Okay,
of
goodbye.
big smoke. Didn't even let me get there. I had a whole setup. I was going to bring it all the way back.
Okay, bring it back.
And now
We get
we'll
it. You
never
like
know.
Battlestar
Now we'll never
Galactica.
know. Never know. Goodbye.
Goodbye.